Hi, welcome back. We're going to be talking about water heater requirements for the Kohler Walk-in Bath. The first thing we're going to talk about is which tank requires nothing to be done. That's going to be a 50-gallon or larger capacity. With that, you have no worries. The next tank down would be a 40-gallon. What we're going to talk about is what's required with that 40-gallon tank. It must be in an area where we have at least 12 inches from the top of the tank to any obstruction so that we can actually do the work of installing the booster valve and all the requirements that are around it. If we have less than 12 inches, then we're going to have a situation, and as of right now, that would require us not to be able to put in the booster. The only other alternative with a 40-gallon would be if they had enough space on the floor to be able to put a low-rise 50-gallon tank, and then at that point we would be able to give them a price outside of our agreement. Remember, when we do a tank outside of our agreement, that is done directly with our plumber and electrician, giving the customer a price, and they can pay them directly on the day of the install. So let's go now down to the next tank, which would be a 30-gallon capacity. With a 30-gallon capacity, we have no solution to this. We will not be able to put in a tub. If we put a booster on it, it will not give us enough capacity. So the only alternative with a 30-gallon would be, the first alternative would be to be able to put in a larger tank, which would require space. The issue with that is the majority of the 30-gallon tanks are going to be located in a condo, and that's going to require them to be either under the cabinet or in a closet under the air handler. Both of those are going to be limited as far as anything larger that would be able to be put in. So that may require us to not demo that, and that would be considered something we could not do. The other alternative would be to put in a tankless, and that does require, though, a minimum of 150 amp service. And unfortunately, in condos, we're going to run into a lot of 100 amp services. But there again, that would be something that's done outside on a case-by-case basis. We can discuss that as long as we have at least 150 amp service going into the unit. Then it is an option, and you can get a price the same way from our plumber and electrician. But we will then talk about that only after the job is sold.